He says that I made a little mistake and my engine stopped, so I had to restart the bike. Took me a little time, but now it's okay. Now then, this is the brand new Seat Dakar rally car, which is based on the same specification car as a Kenyan WRC car in the World Rally Championship. It's built out of Spain, and this is the winner of today's stage from Spain, Fernando Gil. Formerly a motorbike rider on the Dakar and in trucks, this is a brand new car with a 1.9 turbo diesel engine. Same chassis, same wheelbase as the WRC Cordoba. It's got a big fuel tank behind the bulkhead behind the drivers, and I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a very good close look at the machine, and it is going to turn some heads. And I spoke with Benoit Bagueur this morning, the technical chief of Seat Sport, and they are on a mission to go on to bigger and better things with the Dakar. This is second place man today, Miguel Prieto, in number 218. Certainly a day for Spain, making it a 1-2. Prieto's Pajero coming in some massive 26 seconds behind the Seat of Fernando Gil. The Gil Seat, by the way, having some very special mud tyres, and you can see why. Now this is Stefan Pederhansel with his Nissan mid-engine V6 3.5 litre, and I'll tell you what, it's built in South Africa. It's the same car as what Gregoire de Mavius has got, and it is a piece of a jewel of engineering. Now onto the Mitsubishis. Kenjiro Shinazuka, he actually caught Bruno Sabi's two-wheel drive Ford Prototype truck on the stage, not for 1 minute, but for 2. That was how advantageous the four-wheel drives were in these conditions. Winner of the Portuguese Baja in 01, Carlos Souza with his L200 crew cab Mitsubishi. Souza finishing in 5th position today, but some 44 seconds back of the winner, Fernando Gil. On to car number 201. This is Hiroshi Mashioka, the Japanese driver in his Pajero. He finished 6th. A mere 6 kilometre stage, but you can never win anything on the Super Specials, but you can lose everything. Here's Jean-Pierre Fontenay struggling through before the defending champion, Jutta Kleinschmidt. It has to be said that although the motorcycles ran in reverse orders, the cars ran in numerical order, so it was Kleinschmidt who battled through the quagmire conditions first. Kleinschmidt finishing in 8th position. Al-Hajri finishing back in 16th. And Mark Round from the UK in 26th. Now here is Gregoire de Mavius. De Mavius saying after the stage, he said it was like a holiday on ice, and he caught Schlesser on the stage, not for 1 minute, but again for 2. Now here is Jose Maria Servia from Spain. He finished in 12th position with the petrol V6 Kangoo. Two-wheel drive, as you can see. Now this is Jean-Louis Schlesser, the two-time winner of the Dakar, 68th position. Losing a massive amount of time, and you can see why, struggling with a two-wheel drive, a very light car, of course, and Schlesser losing some 3 minutes 49 seconds. This is his new teammate with the diesel turbo. This is Stefan Orard out of Belgium, and he had to get his co-driver out of the car, put the little pieces of wood underneath the rear wheels just to get up a very, very shallow slope, ironically leaving his co-driver Jean-Marie Lerquin behind, for a moment at least. Number 29, Bruno Sabi with the very aerodynamically tailed Ford Ranger Pro Truck, an official entry. He finished in 29th position. And here's Johnny Halliday on his first Dakar stage, not his first rally raid stage. He did a couple of rally raids in the FIA Championship during the summer. And as you can see, as we say in the UK, it was just mud, mud, glorious mud. So the results of the car section. on day 2 of Dakar 02. Fernando Gil, his first ever stage for the Dakar in a car, and he's got a 100% record ahead of Prieto and Peder Hansel. This is Fernando Gil. He says, someone has just told me that I finished in first position, but I'm not quite sure of this because there are still many cars still to come through the stage. But in case I win, it's my first stage in a car on the Dakar. I'm very happy, not only for us, but also I'm very happy for my sponsors, Repsol and Telefonica and SEAT.
Tanto por nosotros como por nuestros patrocinadores Telefónica, Movistar y Repsol y PF.
Stefan Peder Hansel, he says, I was very afraid when I arrived at the stage this morning and I saw that it was all mud, because at that sort of stage you can lose more times than you can gain. It was funny though, because it reminded me of the Andros ice racing trophy that we have here in France. It was the same type of driving that I had to implement. The only negative point is that the mechanics now are going to have to spend a lot of time cleaning this car, and that means that it's more time for them. This is Schlesser. He says that we cannot do anything with two-wheel drive on that sort of a stage. We will wait for better moments in Africa, though. The question, but you were completely stopped at one point, and Demavius came past you. Yes, he says, it's a drama. We were stopped in the mud with absolutely no grip, but we couldn't do anything else.
On est resté sur place, coaché. C'est dramatique.
Yeah, that's what my name is Dror. In Hebrew it means freedom, and it means a bird. So I'm like a free bird, There's a song like in the MTV.
Dror Cohen is in his early 30s and was a fighter pilot with the Israeli Air Force in an F-16. However, he was unfortunately involved in a road accident in a minibus when he was in the army. He is the first disabled driver to compete in the Dakar.
Africa is always a dream. There's different population, different sand, different smell, I think, and you combine this with motorsport and competition, and it's for me the best. I love it, and I hope it works well. Africa is a mystery for Elie, pour moi, and I hope we come on top.
Confined to a wheelchair now, he still fights on bravely as he has competed in the Sydney Olympics in the sailing section. Also, he has been in the wheelchair section of the New York Marathon, and he also drives an off-road buggy back at home.
Okay, so how do I drive the car? First of all, it's an automatic car. Second, I have this hand control here. When I pull, it pushes the accelerator, and when I push, it pushes the brakes. It's power steering. On my left hand, it's over here. My right hand, it's over here. And that's how I drive the car.
Remember that Clay Regazzoni from Switzerland was a former Ferrari Formula One works driver, and he now is unfortunately also confined to a wheelchair after his Long Beach Formula One accident when the brake pedal snapped. However, Clay Regazzoni, he still mixes it with the best of them on the circuits. So, for Dror Cohen, he's certainly got the opportunity to do it on the Dakar.
I think every person has to live his life and to stay balanced, okay? This is what makes me balance to my life. Doing the extreme sports, doing the Dakar, doing all these things that I do, keep me in balance. We live in a crazy world, and every person has to find his way to stay in balance, right? This is my way. I love it, and it makes me feel good, and that's what I say to people. Do things that make you feel good. It doesn't matter if you read a book, do ski, sit and look at the sun on the beach, do the Dakar. Just find a way to make yourself a good life, because it's hard. It's a hard life.
Dror Cohen, a charming, charming gentleman who is very, very brave indeed. And he was over the start ramp last night in Arras, and he was certainly grinning from ear to ear. His co-driver recording the moment. No trucks today, so we look straight on to tomorrow. A short 21k road section to the stage at Chateau Las Tours, which is of 35 kilometres in length before the long drive over the border to Spain, where the overnight halt is in Madrid. The total distance for the day is some 906 kilometres. An enormous day for everybody in Dakar 2002. Today, though, has been a day of mud and of rain and of cold, and we look forward to tomorrow. Join us for more then.